deal to start off, but 50 that's fine. 3 minutes. I'm gonna start off with how many people in here own a pair of Vans? Okay, more than I expected actually. Does anybody own more than one pair? Okay, I'm up to like 47, 48. Yeah, that's like my whole closet. But does anybody know when it started the year?
1960 something.
Okay, we'll get back to that. It originally started in 1966 in March in Anaheim, California. The creator of Vans was Paul Van Doren. It started off as a rubber company, and they eventually just came up with this great idea, like, let's make shoes. So they made shoes, and they made about 12 pair. 12 people came in to buy them. Paul Van Doren didn't have enough money to give them back for their change, so he gave them the shoes, and he said, come back tomorrow and like pay me, you know? So he gave the people the shoes, and the next day, everybody came back and paid for them. So that was just a great start. If you can give people 12 shoes, they didn't pay for them, and then they came back and they paid for them. Vans made the first slip-on in 1979. This is the original shoe, the first Vans that came out, the Authentics. Everybody usually calls them classics, but I don't know why they're all considered classic. But in 1979, the slip-on was originated, and in 1982, there was a movie called Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and that just took Vans to the next level because all the skaters in that movie were wearing Vans, and it was in a movie, like, everybody was like, oh, those are the new shoes, those are the Vans shoes, and their sales just skyrocketed after that. Other companies in the 80s made replica Vans, so Paul Van Doren had a lot of competition. So what he did was he hired more people to work to make his shoes. The government or immigration found out that 150 people that were working for Vans were illegal, so Paul Van Doren had to fire everybody. So after that, since they got fired, they weren't making a lot more Vans than they were like the previous year. So Paul Van Doren ended up losing around $4 million. So Vans almost went bankrupt for a while. So after that, he patented the waffle sole. So every Vans, almost usually, all the classics usually always have that waffle sole. And eventually Vans ended up making more products. They went from hats to shirts to clothes to socks to, there's so many different things in the Vans store right now. The company in 2004 bought Vans out for roughly almost $500 million. So that just lets you know that Vans is a big time shoe company. Every skate shoe within the past couple of years have declined their sales, but Vans is still on top. So I'm going to talk about why I love Vans. As you can see, these are my first Vans. So yeah, I've been wearing these since I was little. My mom usually always bought these for me because I was always outside, and you can thrash these things, and they just, for $30 you can get the cheapest shoes, but they're so durable. Last summer I worked at Vans, and it was like the greatest experience ever. I finally got my dream job in a way. So and the discount was 50%, so I bought a lot more shoes. Other than that, I will say that I feel everybody should wear Vans just because they're so cheap, they're so durable. You can wear them with holes in them, and they'll still be stylish. And that's all I'm going to say about it.